This book right here is the reason that I'm making this whole channel. You see, in 12 months, I need to make my startup work or a business work. I have a lot of people on the line and great people behind me, yet I can't seem to stay focused. Amazing, right? It's probably something you hear every day is focus. And in the next 12 months for 2025, as of recording it, it's the 16th of December, I want to record every single night until I've actually reached the goal of generating revenue from a startup, from an idea, and showing you all the lessons along the way that I've. Some background information from me is that I've always loved business. I've currently had my first year not going to any university or college for those people that are overseas. And finally, I've just decided to go all in. My dad's basically given me one gear to do this. And if I don't get it done, then I don't know what to tell you, but I don't know what to do. I mean, I love business and I love the fact that you can help people through a product or a service. I just think that's absolutely amazing. So I really don't care if you stay till the end, but this is honestly just for myself to look back at someday and go through all the lessons that I learned. So the first thing I would suggest is reading and meditation. I think is definitely helpful, but you need to apply that knowledge. And I personally want to apply that knowledge today, which is the reason I'm making this video. I've also been taught by another mentor of self-transcendence, basically, who is the person that you need to become in order to reach your goals. So I've actually got this pamphlet here called Self-Transcendence. Let me just flick over the page just so you understand what I'm talking about. It has some of my inspirations here. As you can see, I got a funny photo of Elon Musk on the Joe Rogan podcast. And some other people that I'm sure you probably read. The reason isn't to look and stare at this. I think my goals are just going to happen. But it's actually completely it's got a lot of pages, and I read this every single night. The whole point of this is to reprogram my brain, and a note to self is that you need to read this every single night or it won't work. Speaking to things into existence, it really is just a matter of programming your brain. And what I've learned from my mistakes or teachings of 2024 is that businesses are built on problems, not solutions. I thought that a really cool solution would help a problem. But when you put the solution first, the problem gets neglected. And the problem is the only thing that really matters at the end of the day in a business or a startup. Whether you're a builder and your job is to build houses, you're solving a problem for people. Whether you're a real estate agent and your job is to sell people's houses, you're still solving a problem for them. That's why they pay you, because they don't want to do it themselves and they don't have the experience or guide to do it legally, because they just couldn't be bothered getting a whole real estate license and then selling it themselves, because it just take too long, too much effort. So they hire someone like a service. What I'm getting at is, if you want to build a great company, most of them built on problems that the founders had themselves. I've seen this time and time again, and it's a lesson I'm learning. I haven't found that for myself, and I do have a current problem I'm trying to solve. If you want to know, it's essentially to help property managers with the power of AI. Now, I'm not here to sell you. I don't have anything to sell. But what I would say is for your business is I need you to look at it in the lens of the customer. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is your customer. And if you're not looking at it in the lens of a customer, then it really doesn't mean anything. So always put yourself in the shoes of the customer. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is that businesses are built on problems, not solutions. Okay, and in fact, problems that you currently solve yourself or want to solve yourself, because then things will get a lot easier. And lastly is focus is so hard. I think in today's day and age, focus is hard, but is bearable. I'm in a current situation which I would not like to be, but I know that focus is it's everything. It is everything. If people say that focus, if you don't need focus, I don't know what to tell you, but they have to be lying to you. You need to be that laser focus on your customer and your product and actually getting something out there that people want. I've found this myself, and look, there's plenty of different companies that have been built off other people's problems that they've identified. There is no doubt about it, but I just think that if you choose something that you personally deal with, then it's going to make things a lot easier. Okay, so firstly, I just want to say you need to always, customers always first. Okay, customers always first, not yourself, not your profits, not what's easier. You need to do that. So if we just go back, I would definitely say that focus is important. Problems over solutions is even more important. Obsess on the customer. Now, when I mean obsess over the customer, there's some things you need to take as a grain of salt, and you can't ask them, like Steve Jobs said, is that you can't simply just say, what are your problems, or what do you deal with on a daily basis, or what do you want? People don't know what they actually want, but if you talk to people when you ask them about their problems, that's the difference. You need to ask them about their problems and not necessarily ask them to say, hey, what do you want? People don't even know what they want themselves, but people will tell you about their problems. Okay. The next thing that I found, which is the most important thing, is just action. And when I mean action, in order to get customers in your business, you need to be doing outreach in some way, shape, or form. I use cold calls. I tried a little bit of cold emails. I've really been liking Instagram DMs. I think it's a great way. Even LinkedIn, emails, DMs, Sales Navigator stuff. That's completely fine. What I would suggest is you need to speak to people you know, your warm audience, as it's called. Speak to people you know and get feedback from them. And they will be either biased or really honest with you, but at least they can refer you to someone. And like Alex Ramosi said, hey, would you know someone, not you, but someone else that would be interested in this product? And they might even say, hey, I am actually interested in this. So time and time again, I've failed many businesses, and I tried drop shipping, and I actually made some money off of that. The product wasn't sustainable, so I stopped. I tried affiliate marketing. I spent way too much money on marketing, and I didn't understand copywriting at all, as much as I am kind of learning now. And lastly, I tried a marketing agency, which was way too competitive. And that's when I stumbled into the world of startups and building something new into the marketplace. If there's already something available and you know that they can deliver better on, then why should you even start in the first place? Your customers, I have learned, the fifth thing I would say is you need people. You can't be working by yourself forever. I know a lot of people sell you this dream of a side hustle, and I don't want to break your heart, but a company, the definition of a company or a business is simply a group of people. Not a person, but simply a group of people. Okay? I'm going to be coming back tomorrow night and uploading another video. To be honest, this just helps me keep my head screwed on because, just really stressed out about these things. And I think if I can look back at this later, there's going to be a big difference of what I've learned and kind of that I've found that have helped. So if you did find this valuable, I'm going to be posting as frequently as I can. It'll be either every night or every second night. And I want to be starting now because this is December, and I think this is when you need to be planning for next year and be ready. You need to be ready to fire. And I'm not here to say that, motivate you or even discipline. I'm just here to let you join the ride, and hopefully that you learn something and I can learn something as well. And with all of this, the way things are in the world and tech, this is where I want to go.